Well, it is time to crown the world champion of the 1948 World Cup, hosted by Switzerland. And it's two teams who have reached their first ever World Cup final. It's Austria, who were a perfect 3-for-3 in group play. 9 out of 9 points. Then beats France in a close encounter, and then beats Spain in a wonderful 5-4 game. And they have reached the World Cup final and fulfilled the promise of a young generation. This is a young team who can really contend for years to come if they wish. Lots of exciting players: striker Eric Probst, winger Stoyashko, wonderful midfield trio of Ochworth and Karl Kohler, who has 5 assists in the tournament, and Hanapi. But it's Theodor Wagner of SC Wacker Vienne, just starting his career, 20 years old, who has 7 goals in this tournament. He's your leader in the Golden Boot. And then there's Brazil. 3-for-3 in group play, 9.79. They then vanquished Hungary and England 2-1 without Zizinho in the semifinal. They have reached their first ever World Cup finals. They are in their white kits. Austrian goalkeeper wears the black, and the Brazilian goalkeeper will wear the green kit. The football being used is the Adidas Azteca. And we are back at the Walkdorf in Berna. What is expected to be a scintillating game. Now to the team sheets. For Austria, they have pretty much a full-strength squad. Schmied in goal, Haller and Stunt for the defenders. Ochworth is the captain today. He's anchoring Karl Kohler and Hanapi. Stoyashko and Theodor Wagner are the supporting strikers. Alfred Corner, Schläger are the wingers, and Eric Probst is up front. The Austrians are coached by Walter Nausch. Brazil. Their tactician is Flavio Costa. They are back at full strength. Zizinho has served his suspension. And he goes right back into the starting lineup. Barbosa in goal. He was brilliant against England. The three defenders are Bauer, Captain Augusto, and Nena. A brilliant defensive trio. Danilo, Alvin, and Eli are the midfielders. The supporting strikers, there they are. They're always together, aren't they? Zizinho and Jair, Briaja and Ademir are the wingers, and Baltazar, the Corinthians goal scorer, is the striker. We now go to the Waldorf for the World Cup final of 1948. There's the Waldorf. The famous white picket fence is the only thing in between the players and the fans. Here in Bern, the clock in its famous setting. Austria wearing red, Brazil wearing white. Toblerone, the famous sponsor on the clock tower. They like that in Brazil, and I presume in Austria too. This is it. The World Cup final. Jose Leal of Spain is the referee. And the officials give the go-ahead. The audio is set. The cameras are angled. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the World Cup final. We've kicked off at the Waldorf. Austria versus Brazil. Arguably the two best teams of the tournament. Honepi to deliver an early free kick, it's headed away. Ademir, it's headed up in the air. Slipped in. Ademir offside. Well, the last World Cup final we had 10 years ago was a resounding 9-0 drubbing. Hungary over Sweden. We hope this year's 10 years on is competitive. A little bit of head tennis. Baltazar on the ball. The first strike of the World Cup final is miles wide. Baltazar has really improved his confidence, the Corinthians goal-scoring aficionado. Kohler. Oh! The man with 5 assists. A lot of people think he might be the player of the tournament. Rifled one and Barbosa tipped it away. Kohler now to take the corner. It's cleared by Brazil. Barbosa has had to make an early save. Kohler then sends one into the stands. Jair now trying to move in. Oach does really well. Baltazar on the ball now, and Oach again. Wonderful tackle. Here's Kohler. Theodor Wagner wide to Schmeger, and it's deflected right to Barbosa. Schmeger. Alfred corner. Decided to flick it on. And Barbosa was off his line. Alfred corner now. Back to Honepi. Oh, Jair. He's in here. Jair. No, he gets crowded out. He's still on the ball and he wins a corner kick. That's one taken by Jair. And the header is softly into the hands of Schmidt. Bit of an underrated goalkeeper, Schmidt. He's made some timely saves in this tournament, as most nations who reach a World Cup final need. Oh, and a header by Wagner! It was a bit of an innocuous flick, and it had Barbosa sprawling, and it was far away. Would have been his 8th of the tournament, and here's Danilo Alvim up to Friaja! Oh, just offside according to the line of God was Baltazar. 14 minutes in, it's up and down. It really feels like an even game. Konapi to corner, Alfred Corner, such a nice winger. The cross, headed away by Brazil. The danger not cleared yet. The shot, the save, Barbosa, and cleared away! I think it was Theodor Wagner who had the ball. He turned inside the box. He fired. Barbosa saved it. And then it's cleared away before it could cause any further danger. And off of Barbosa and out for a throw. Konapi with another throw. Goiás ball. Crosses it in, it's cleared away by Brazil, and then on the counter, Friaja couldn't bring the ball down. Brooks drops into Wagner. Wagner to Schmeger. Then Barbosa bats it down and then picks it up at the second attempt and restarts the counter, which is snuffed out by Ochoa. It really feels like Ademir is in now. Ademir! But he had nowhere to go, but out of bounds, couldn't even get a shot off. Zizinho to Friaja. It's a throw-in. Friaja crossing deep, headed away. There's Schleger down the channel. Eli does well. Jair. Baltazar. Great defensive work by Stotts. There's Lena, who's forward. Little Zizinho! And Schmied off his line bravely. Good goalkeeping by Schmied. Eli. Zizinho. For the header. Schmied is alert. Carl Kohler now. And Danilo Alvim wraps it up, but it's deflected up in the air. Then Ademir on the ball. Jair. Cleared away. 27 minutes gone. Zizinho! Tried to maneuver his way in the box, but it's defended well by Austria, and here they come. Alfred Corner's in the box now. Alfred Corner! Barbosa sacrificed his physical status. What a save! On the number 10, it may have been Konapi who brought the ball down with his thigh in a superhero-like save by Barbosa. Brilliant goalkeeping yet again by Barbosa. Look at that, sacrificing everything. Austria denied by Barbosa. And here come Brazil. Friaja's in. Friaja! Schmied, not to be outdone, denies Friaja. And Stoyashko goes down. And it's a yellow card to Bauer. And Stoyashko has to be carried off. Ochoa will take the free kick. It's flicked on, and Barbosa with the save, although it was going wide. Ademir to Zizinho. Ademir now. Ademir. Well, let's see if Stoyashko can jog off that knock. Hasn't had many goal contributions, but he's such a skillful player. Friaja now on the right side. Danilo Alvim crossing! Baltazar with a seemingly impossible flick. And it had Schmied tipping it away. Jair to take the corner, and it's headed away by Austria. There's Zizinho. Friaja to cross it in. It's cleared away by Austria. The shot! And Schmied with good hands. 10 minutes remain in the first half. Wonderful game we've had, 0-0. Ademir! Looking to find a way through. Zizinho! Welcome back, Zizinho! He went for the first time left-footed effort through a crowd of players. And Schmied tried to catch it, but he had to let it run free. Well, seemingly Stoyanshkov can jog off his knock to the relief of Austria, but they really are on the back foot right now. But here comes Schläger down the right. Schläger cuts inside, and Brazil clear. Baltazar expertly bringing it down, but Oatswork. What defensive cover Oatswork has brought to this game. Alfred corner now. Crosses it in! It's out for the throw. Stoyanshkov to corner, and Brazil. It's a throw. And it's another throw. And the cross, the header. Theodor Wagner is well over the bar. We have 4 minutes remaining, 0-0 here in the World Cup final. Stoyanshkov. Zizinho brings it down. Eli. Jair. Wonderful tackle by Hala. But Jair releases Ademir down the left. Ademir now. Ademir! Well, he decided to go alone. And he whipped it wide of the far post. Ademir on 4 goals of the tournament. He's the closest to Theodor Wagner in the Golden Boot race. Most certainly going to go to Theodor Wagner. And Stoyanshkov, he just couldn't go on. Halmer. So Halmer comes in. He's a player who hasn't had many minutes in this tournament. Walter Halmer, the 19-year-old, enters the World Cup final. The Admira Wackerman, just in the start of his career, and he's thrown into a World Cup final. Interesting selection by Nauscher. The cross headed away by Brazil. Danilo Alvim now. We're in stoppage time. Alvim. Danilo Alvim is in. Oh, he's not used to that position. And Austria recover. And we go into halftime, 0-0. What a pulsating half, though. And the goalkeepers did very well to keep their teams tied going into halftime. It was 10 chances for Austria, 8 for Brazil. Brazil with just the slight edge, 51% possession. They were offsides 4 times. They did accumulate a yellow card through... I'm forgetting who it's through. Yep, can't remember. Might have been Bauer. But in any case, the teams have had their halftime talks. It's 0-0 at the Waldorf in the World Cup final. And it was a pulsating half. That's everything you want out of a 0-0. But who will take the step towards the Jules Rimet? Here in the second half, we are ready to go. Well, I gotta tell you, what an enjoyable first half that was, and we are on a knife's edge, 0-0. Eli. There's Friaja! The pile driver by Friaja, his 4th of the tournament! Baltazar with the assist! No, Zizinho with the assist! Welcome back, Zizinho! On his return to the final, he gets a goal contribution! And Friaja with the angle drive from outside the box. In just mere seconds into the second half, Brazil take the lead. Little ball through by Zizinho, and Friaja decided to go at it and pile drive it past Schmied. And when Austria had their guard down, they're behind 1-0. Austria have tied it! Hanapi! Oatswork Played it into Hanape. In the two midfielders. Combined. And Brazil were not ahead for long. It's 1-1. Oachwork can really do it all. He can play defensively. He can play offensively. He creates space. Hanape's coming across. He lays it in. Hanape takes the touch. And Pyle drives it past the hands of Barbosa. It's 1-1. In the matter of 2 minutes, we've had 2 goals, and we're back where we started. Unbelievable. Friaja. Good tackle. Ball whipped in, but offside was Baltazar. Breathless. Homer! Stocks! What a save by Barbosa, and that's off a player now to the center back, nearly giving Austria the lead. Wagner to Schleger. Schleger plays it in. Holla! Austria, Wagner, Schleger. And then it's Hanape. It's out for a throw. There's Oachwork. Hanape! He's feeling it. There's Oachwork. Stotts. Austria with 6s and 7s ahead. Brazil on the counter now. Antamir down the left. There he goes. Oh, but he's dispossessed by Allah. And then cleared by Schmidt. Wagner. Homer. No foul. There's Antamir down the left. Plays it in, but it's not a good cross. Schleger. Wagner. Hanape. Holla. Kohler. Loses it to Danilo Alvim. Danilo Alvim, though, can only go so far. And Austria win it back. No foul given. Wonderful tackle by Stotts. Alfred Corner on the ball. And offside was close. Oh, I looked away to check a note, and I saw Austria made a change, but I didn't catch it. Ademir released down the left. Ademir goes in. Ademir! Well, I think he could have come up with a better option. Not a good effort by Ademir. 28 minutes remain. It's 1-1. Oh, what a move. Friaja down the right and the header! And Baltazar heads it over. It was a chance. And now Robert Corner comes in for Alfred Corner. Austria with their second change. Ademir down the left. There he goes. Oh, he took heavy touch. 1-1 in the World Cup final. That was dangerous. Schmid was off his line. And there's Theodor Wagner. He went for it, but Barbosa with good hands. Ball launched ahead, 66 minutes in. Theodor Wagner to Robert Corner. Corner bumped off the ball by Nena and cleared by Barbosa. And then a foul. And a player down. And Danilo Alvim, who's covered a lot of ground, is going to have to receive treatment. Robert Corner out for a throw. And in comes Danilo Alvim. Seemingly he can carry on. Brazil will have to monitor though. Friaja, the hero right now for Brazil, takes himself out of bounds. The Vasco da Gama man. Oh, Schleger speeding down the left side and playing it in. Schleger! Flicked on. Good defense by Brazil. And Chico comes in for Jair. That's a big change. Jair will not finish the World Cup final. Oh! It's the substitute Helmer, that 19-year-old! What a moment! Played across the goal and Helmer! It was not cleared by Brazil. It fell to the number 10. Whipped in. And Helmer, the youngster, volleys in what might be the World Cup winning goal. What a story for him. And what a story for Austria. All the stars they have in the youngster with a volley. And there's 19 minutes for Brazil, who were ahead at 1.1-0. And are now have Jair off the field. Schleger down the left. Brazil hack it up for a throw. Barshant and Rui Campos come in. Neither player has featured much in the tournament. Both teams, it's been a long tournament, are opting for fresh legs. Rui Campos down the right. It's bumped off the ball. Well, 16 minutes left for Brazil to figure this out. Anamir, they're down 2-1. Eli stays with it. Eli headed in. And Austria clear. Friaja! What a save! No, it was just over the ball. I thought it was a save. What an effort by Friaja. But here come Austria. Ronald Conner! Good save, Barbosa. Crucial save. Rodriguez is in for Adamir now. Brazil trying to get fresh legs in the game. But they're now without Jair and Adamir. Not sure that fans will agree with the selections by Flavio Costa, but he needs fresh legs. Zizinho headed away. Austria have 10 minutes to hang on now. Friaja. Oh, Zizinho. Zizinho. Oh, it's 2-2. Chico. When you need a hero, don't forget about Zizinho. Puts on the moves, freezes the Austrians. Whipped it in. And Chico flicked it on. Oachworth could not get there in time. And then Schmied was given no chance. What a header! And it's Vasco da Gama man, Friaja's teammate Chico, who ties it at 2. What a World Cup final here at the Wankdorf. And now it feels like Brazil have the momentum. Riga starts. Back to Schmied. Will there be a final twist of the tail here at the Wankdorf in the last 5 minutes? Rui Campos to Bauer. Friaja. Good tackle by Stotts. He's given everything he can on defense today. Baltazar crossing. Wagner, who's been quiet in this game. Oh, nearly given away. Yeser. There's Oachworth. Oachworth to corner. Robert corner. Oachworth is in. It's cleared by Brazil. Corner. And a good ball, but neither Austrian could get there. Theodor Wagner has his moment! The golden boot man only needed one chance! And he may have delivered the Jules Rimet to Austria on a platter! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant from the man who has to be the player of the tournament! Rifled it past Barbosa! The ball chipped in. Theodor Wagner, all he had to do was control it at the midsection and then rifle a shot that may have looked savable, but was anything but. The velocity alone. Barbosa could not keep it out. Could not get his hands up in time. It may have even taken off a fingernail. In Brazil, Zizinho comes in. They have a minute and change to right the wrong now. Chipped in. There it is. We're in stoppage time of the World Cup final. Austria go forward. There's Probst. Brazil's got to get it ahead. They're trying. Friaja. Brazil can't get the ball. Austria going to go to the corner. It's over. Austria are world champions. They've done it. Theodor Wagner at the death has given Austria the greatest title in sport. The Austrians, quite simply, the most fantastic team of this tournament. And Oachwork is going to lift the Jules Rimet. Austria are world champions. Unbelievable. This young team with quite the future ahead. Led by goal-scoring maniac Theodor Wagner, 9 goals in the tournament. Wow! Oachwork the man of the match, but Theodor Wagner is the hero. 50-50 possession. 14 chances for Brazil, 19 for Austria. And they win it at the death. Theodor Wagner. The 20-year-old of Wacker delivers the final blow to Brazil, and Austria have won the World Cup. What a World Cup final that was. A brilliant one. And Austria are world champions. There you have the confirmation. When we look at the final goal tallies, 8 goals, I'm sorry, I thought it was 9. 8 goals for Theodor Wagner. He is the Golden Boot winner. Carl Kohler had 5 assists. Player of the tournament is Theodor Wagner. Oachwork was up there. He finished second in the voting. But Theodor Wagner takes home the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the 1948 World Cup has concluded. Austria are the champions. Unbelievable. And they have quite the team ahead of them, who are really at the start of their careers. They could very well compete for the next several World Cups. And it's this time where we must say the next World Cup will be played in 1950. And it will be hosted by by the team that fell one goal short at the last moment of the World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1950 World Cup will be hosted by Brazil. We're already looking ahead. Austria can celebrate tonight. They can celebrate in the summer. And then turn our attention to 1950. Hosted by Brazil. And very simply, Brazil expect. For now, take care. Ladies and gentlemen, Austria, world champions. We'll see you in 1950.